ready to insert a picture onto my page. For example, on this current page I'm working on, I have a staff section, and then I have underneath that a biography of maybe a staff member or something like that. I'm just going to demonstrate how I might be able to put a mugshot on the page for a potential staff member on this page. If I want to insert a picture onto this page, all I do is go to the top here where it says upload/insert, and you can see to the right of that you have some icons. The first one is for inserting an image, but you also have the options of adding a video, audio, or media, depending on what it is that you want to insert onto the page. Media being PDF documents, Word documents, Excel documents, that kind of thing. Generally speaking, PDF is the standard for print and for the web, so if you're going to be uploading any media, it should really be in PDF form there. But you do have the flexibility of adding documents like Word and Excel. Now for this case I'm just going to be uploading an image, so I'm going to click on this add an image button here, which then brings up for me an upload screen. So all it's prompting me here is saying add media files from your computer. Now you can see that you have some tabs at the top, and this will allow you to upload images from different sources. The first one is from your computer, because that's natively where you're going to be uploading most of your pictures from. But you do have the option there of uploading from a URL. So if you went to Google Images and you found a picture you wanted to upload, you could do it straight from the URL of the source of the image by clicking on there and entering that in. You can also insert an image from your media library. So the way that this works is that on any given page that you're working on, if you've uploaded a picture, it goes into this library, and then you're able to reuse it on any other page. So that's for reusable kind of items. And then Next Gen Gallery I won't be going into. That's basically a plugin that we use to build galleries. That's in a different tutorial, so look out for that. But in this case, I'm just going to be uploading from my computer, and all it asks me here is just to choose a file to upload, and I say select file, which brings up my computer. I can then, I'll go to my desktop and select a picture. This one will be fine. It uploads automatically for me, so you can see that this one's uploaded in a very quick upload here, and I've got a thumbnail of my image with some details on the right. So this one is called Old Man, and it's a JPEG image. It was uploaded July 1st, and the dimensions are 200 by 231. Now if I want to edit this image, I can do that straight out of the box by hitting the Edit Image button on the left hand side. I just click on the Edit Image button here, and what it gives you is a very kind of crude image editing toolbar here. So I might want to refine this picture a little bit by drawing a box around this guy and saying that's going to be my new image size. And then you can see the crop icon at the top left can be used in order to cut that out. And you can also do things like you can rotate your image. If you might have taken that picture with a digital camera, you might have had it up the wrong way around, and when you've imported it, it's needing rotating. So you can do that. And when you're done, you just save that image, which then goes ahead and saves your new version, all ready to go. If we scroll down a little bit further, you can see that you've got some information to fill out, and it's just a matter of filling in the blanks. Obviously, the star means that you have to give it this specific field. This is required. So in this case, my title is Old Man, and that's fine for the image that I've used, but you might have uploaded from a digital camera, and the digital camera's title might be DSC74. You might want to change that so it's got a bit more of a description to it. The next field is called alternate text. Now alternate text is really important when you want things to be accessible. Accessible for people that have disabilities like blindness. Because people who are blind, they still use the internet. They just use a screen reader in order to take the information from the page and have it read back to them. So the alternate text is what gets read back to these blind people if they're using the website. So what you do here is you just give a very brief description of your image. The example that's listed underneath here says alternate text for the image, e.g. the Mona Lisa. That could be the description for a picture of the Mona Lisa, obviously. In this case, I can just repeat the title of the image, Old Man, and that's fine. Caption of the image, you may want to give a credit to the person who took the photo. So for example, Paul Spencer, that's myself, and I drew that picture, so the caption will be image drawn by Paul Spencer. You often find that kind of thing in like newspapers and stuff like that, so if you need to do something like that, you can go ahead. Description doesn't really output on the page, but you can describe the image if you want to, that's fine. And then the link URL, by default what it does is it gives you the URL of the image itself, so it's going to open that up into a new page which just has the image on the page if you leave it like this. you can see that underneath the URL you have some options: none, file URL, or post URL. Generally speaking, what this is asking for is, if you were to click on this picture, where would you want it to go? Now, by default, I always click none because I want my pictures just to be there to complement the text. That's the very nature of what an image is supposed to do. But for example, here on this staff section, perhaps I wanted the mugshot to be able to be clicked on and then open up a page specifically about this old man that I've drawn a picture for. Well, in that case, I could put in the URL of the page I want to open in this space. Otherwise, you can leave it blank and then it's just going to be a picture, and that's predominantly going to be great for you. The alignment on the page, by default it's set as none, which basically means that the image is going to be placed on the page wherever the cursor was before we uploaded the image. So what happens is that if you put it at the beginning of some text, the text falls to the baseline of the image and then breaks to the next line after that. What you can set here is you have some different options. You've got align left, align center, and align right. Now there's an image next to each one of these boxes which allows you to see kind of how the image is going to work when it's placed next to text. So for example, when you choose the left align, you can see that the image will go to the top of the page and then all of the text will wrap around it. Same as if you put it on the right hand side, the image will go on the right and the text will wrap around to the left. And with center, it will position the text in the center of the page and the text will then go to the next line. So you have those options straight out of the box. In this case, I'm going to put my picture on the left-hand side of the page. Generally, Western society reads top left to bottom right, so pictures usually go on the right-hand side. But in this case, I want my mugshot to be seen first, so I'm going to put it on the left. You then get the option of designating the size of the image. So you have some predefined settings of thumbnail, which is 150 by 150 pixels, which is quite small and it's a square shape. You then have a medium size, a large size, or a full size. Because I've already edited my image, I know that the full size is the size that I want. But generally speaking, if you've uploaded from a large source, you're probably going to want to pick one of these smaller sizes, and usually the medium size is a good one because it usually takes up about 1/3 of the page, which then pushes all the text into a much nicer readable space. So it's win-win. And when you're ready, you just hit the Insert into Post button at the bottom of the page, and that will then put that in amongst your text, ready to go. And if you have a caption, it styles this automatically with a little bit of a box around it, which is very nice. I update my page and that's now live on the website.